everyone, welcome back to our playthrough of Disco Elysium. In the last episode, we went to the church, saw the crab man, came to this car to see what was happening, but obviously I can't do this, and there's these weird dudes right here. So we're gonna talk to them and try to solve this murder. It's taking forever. I feel like we're no closer to solving it than we were before, so let us try. So if you do enjoy this episode, remember to like and subscribe, and we're just gonna get right into it.
That's one brutal motor carriage.
Piss. You know what that says.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
Okay.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Okay, first of all, if we have a little bit of lag, it's because I'm exporting a video right now, which is acting a fool. I do not want the sound reminder. I should put that on there. Okay.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
Okay.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
Who are the
You
skulls?
don't know? What kind of cop are you?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
I'm glad you asked.
The question was rhetorical. The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Martinaise.
Besmatine, or the Besmati, the Immortals, are West Revacholian crime syndicates.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
What a bunch of losers.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
Oh.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
Do you know anything about the murder? Do you know Cindy the skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
That's the girl. That's the girl up by the docks in the jacket, that weird lady.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
Oh.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
Oh.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. Odd, there isn't a hint of hate in them. It's like they're piss and fuck the world out of some kind of moral obligation. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
I see you kids are into andotic dance music.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
Be wary of the abyss.
Why?
It's a threat, an impotent threat of violence.
A threat? Good, I like
But
those.
I don't. In fact, I dislike them so much I'm willing to drag you boys back to the station just to calm myself down.
Hey, there's no need for that. We're just talking here. Joking too. Stay light, man.
Yeah, didn't you cops, have some questions about skulls or some shit?
Why aren't there more skulls in Martinaise?
The Union does their share of policing in Martinaise, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Of course.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Oh.
Yeah, we are.
Your rhetoric is confusing. Are you part of Skull or
We're
not?
franchise skulls. Well, not yet.
Franchised.
Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
And what makes you think the organization would accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way.
Oh.
We'll fuck the system from the inside later. Just be cool now. The damage will be tenfold.
Right on, fuck. So
Right
what's
on,
happening
fuck.
now? Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything, what about the jackets?
What about them?
Why does your jacket say piss, you know?
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss.
Huh?
The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world.
Does
Things
it?
being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also,
Is it?
you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but
want this
steadily
fuck the
moving
world
towards
shirt.
basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
Makes
What
sense.
I mean by this is, we are all pissed, and that the world is inherently meaningless.
It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least one field, even if it's rather narrow.
Why do you have fuck the world written on your
Like
jacket?
I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it.
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely?
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though,
Blow it
you
up.
get more fish in a shorter time. And for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
People in this game make me lose my mind.
Hate to
All my
admit
brain
it,
cells.
but in a weird way, he's got a point. Is it a coincidence that here we have two badass jackets and two badass cops?
It's not. Hey, Kim.
Yes?
What do you think about their jackets?
Leather jackets adorned with immature writing? The ideology they convey helps the boys justify poor choices in life and fashion. I'm not a fan.
Sure, the jacket is scaring you. Sure, the jacket's scaring you. That's cool.
What are you implying?
We should get these jackets.
For what?
What do people do with jackets? They wear
The
them.
concept of getting dressed is familiar to me, but wearing jackets like these isn't appropriate for an RCM officer, unless he's deep undercover.
But in theory, Kim, if we were confiscate these jackets, which one would you wear?
Neither.
Come on, Kim!
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the two statements.
That works, because I feel like more of a fuck the world kind of guy.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
Give me your jacket, bitch.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Half-Light Legendary. Ask for the jackets for yourself and the lieutenant. We'll come back to that. Do you know anything about the murder that took place here?
Murder?
A man was hanged in the backyard of the Whirling Rags?
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged.
Don't fuck around, I'm the
He
law.
was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
Ah, this sounds like epistemology, a field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself.
I know you don't know shit.
Exactly. How can one know shit? For example, how can one be sure that there truly is a body hanging behind a hostel?
There isn't.
What if it's art? Or just a mere specter?
That could be the case, yes, a brilliant work of
No
art.
reply. The blonde rebel scratches his chin, deliberately not focusing his gaze on anything. He looks very uncomfortable.
Half light. Yeah, we'll get that to 4. Oh, we'll come back for that. Well, that's... Thanks for talking to you. We'll come back for that jacket. I'm coming back for that shit. That's the most important thing in this game. To get that jacket. What do you boys have to say?
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabiner do for you?
Renee, I need to go back in time. Can you help me?
The lieutenant flashes you a quick side glance. What are you up to now?
What?
He thinks you're playing a joke on him.
Now. I'm sure the officer means it figuratively. Like a forensic technique or something, right?
I'm dead serious. Can you help me get back to time when love was still
One
possible?
song, son. You must have a loose screw up there or something. Sounds like you really mean it. All right. I will entertain this fantasy if you tell me what interest does an RCM officer have in time travel.
Oh, you're in for a treat, officer. Seeing the playful side of old René, he is about as rare as a red rainbow.
Not actually that rare. It's just that red or monochrome rainbows usually occur at sunrise or sunset, when blue and green wavelengths are scattered before reaching water droplets. Fewer eyes to see them then.
Men have lost their way. I want to guide them back, like a beacon.
Even after the revolution, after the beachhead, there was a chance. Had we just stayed true to our values. It happened slowly, like a seedling growing into a tree. Tiny incremental steps, imperceptible till the ticket was so thick you couldn't clear it with a flamethrower.
I know. I can get history back on the right
The
track.
right track? This is the right track.
Is it?
The only track. This is the world we shaped, a reflection of what we are. Cowardly, ugly, and numb. And there are no second chances. We don't deserve them. You can't just go back and restart. That would make everything meaningless.
There's something substantial moving in him.
What is it?
Regret.
I mean, we should try it.
You know the answer. Don't think. Just say it.
Kim?
Meaningless is what I think this line of questioning is. Call me a skeptic, but I don't think time travel is gonna solve our murder case. So, is there anything else you want from this gentleman, or can we get back to it?
Shouldn't have brought him into this. He doesn't know pain like you do. The carabiner is too old and feeble to be useful. But you will carry on. Movere tempore, Kingsman.
Tempore, tempore.
For the tenacious, no road is impassable. The old carabiner looks at you with weary expectation.
Do my bells mean anything to you, Renee? Show him the flower.
I prefer the old name, Insulindian Lily. Girls brought them to young cadets when they entered service. Wearing them on your cap was supposed to bring good luck.
This is royalist material,
It used to
military tradition.
But the communards were fond of them too. Call them revolutionary flowers. Bells of the revolution.
Did they bring
You
good
know
luck?
what? No. They brought me misery. False hope. and disappointment. The revolutionaries sullied them.
But it wasn't the revolutionaries that sullied the idea for you, was it? She gave them to me too, and your jealous little heart just couldn't accept it.
Enough! I can go over these matters in detail with you, Gaston, but not while we have company. So, officers.
Maybells don't blossom yet, do they?
Maybe on some remote parts of the city they do. But I think you'll have to wait for at least a month.
Okay. Sheesh. Okay. The Hardy Boys won't be there. Correct? We can go back and question her. Let's see what he's doing. I'm gonna pause this export because it's really causing my computer
Does Kuno care?
I need to put a skill in empathy. Oh.
Kuno doesn't.
So, I don't have any points right now. It said it still had the jacket up here. One of the check marks in the last episode, but I thought we got it, so we're gonna go back and check. Oh, it's this way. There's nothing over here. Okay. Yeah, we got the jacket. So I'm not quite sure about that check mark. We need to go talk to the cryptozoologist people and tell them about Kuno. And maybe we can talk to her up there. Oh. Oh god. Oh, the Hardy Boys are here. Sheesh. Let me just cancel this entire thing. Oh my goodness. Why is it doing this now? Yes, I want to abort that. Why is it acting crazy? You.
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous.
Ah! You there?
I
You're
am.
here.
So are you. What brings you here?
What are you doing here?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
I'm here to kick some ass and solve the case I'm
Well,
working on.
here's to you.
Tell me again about the muscular type who came to investigate the crime.
Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
What do he look like?
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
Was he alone?
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
An earpiece?
Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear.
What was he
Just reporting
saying?
back whatever I was telling him.
What did you tell
Nothing.
him?
That I didn't see anything.
He believed you?
Why shouldn't he?
Did you tell him about your
What
friend? Your Sunday friend?
No, I don't think it came up.
Besides muscular, did he have any other identifying traits?
Let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese. Sure.
Thanks.
Anything else on your mind?
I met your Sunday
You
friend.
did. And how did you like him?
Magically bureaucratic.
I told you, he can be very useful. I guess that's the charm of powerful people.
Who is
A
he?
visitor from the first world.
The first
He's not
world.
like you and me, gendarme. He can always return
Return where?
to his opportunities in Occident, sur la clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know.
What are you two?
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time.
What does it mean, a Sunday friend?
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
Is that even a friend?
It is. On Sundays.
Why is he staying at your place in the middle of the night?
He has keys. And he likes the view.
The view?
To the sea, I mean.
I don't want to talk about other people. I want to talk about you.
What about me, gendarme? Bye-bye, gendarme.
There you guys are. What do you have to say?
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Yes? What is it?
Look, something's really bugging me. Are we not from the same police
God
station?
damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once, for fuck's sake.
That wig.
Can I actually help you with something?
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who forgets their squad mates? That's not possible.
So I can't say
Again?
anything else.
I can't believe this shit. Okay, why not? You think he would... Okay, I don't know. Oh my god, there's... Yes, it...
As if waiting for some...
Okay.
Hello, officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling about this.
I had a chat with the kid Kuno. He's promised to stop stealing the
So
locust.
it was just a child.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie. This is good news, right? It means we can try again.
She acts chipper, but something's changed in her tone. A hidden worry. Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It's not this Kuno kid or the missing locusts. It's something else.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can.
Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next season, when it's warmer.
That's just something people tell themselves when they fail.
We come too far to quit.
We are getting really carried away with this, aren't we? Fine, it's better than having these people get pneumonia on the coast. But after this...
He wants to see this tale through, as much as you. Otherwise, he'd have stopped this already. But he cannot let it drag out after this.
Really? It's too much, officer.
What Morel means is we're grateful for your help.
Here's a fresh batch of locusts. They should slide right down the funnel.
Ew.
And thank you again. We will definitely mention you, should this lead to a discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but...
This would show them all. We need to get you on that list of discoverers. No question about that. Fairweather T500. Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or, if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something something radio weapon? None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you.
Ooh, +2 hand-eye coordination against enemies. Wow. Okay. What do you have to say?
Hey, was there something you needed?
Well, well. Bringing him that new bird sure made a difference in his attitude.
Okay, what do you have to say? See if he has anything new to say to us.
The man ponders his...
No. So what we need to do is this. I need this check. What is
Behind
it?
the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
We can try.
There's a yellow ribbon tied to
Sick.
one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Someone hid the key in the bushes. Can you let me slide by so I can grab the thing?
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The hawthorn's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table to you. The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in...
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
Does anyone know this key was hanging outside the window, the Unibox window?
Didn't even know it was there. Boys.
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place.
Door
It could open the door in the kitchen. The blue door. It says workshop spare.
Yeah, I know. It opens that. That's why I assumed.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Sir. Found someone who saw the hanging
A
witness.
You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
That's just tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the others, and he's in witness protection.
Isn't local.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
He's a high-ranking government official. Leave it at that.
Yeah, right. Like we wouldn't know if an MI plant was in our town. Nice try, right?
MI is short for Moral Intern. Moral Intern is short for Moralist International, the coalition that runs Revachol.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
Went down very quietly. No shouting, no commotion.
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
They're avoiding having to answer this question.
Imagine you guys drinking and singing lynching song. What's the funeral? What's with the funeral silence?
We were drinking, weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk as fuck.
Right, I'm convinced, Glenn. Nothing off here. Just a regular hanging.
Bullseye. Glenn looks around uncomfortably. The lieutenant hit a nerve.
The witness said he saw 2 of the Arrowgite descents and 1 muskie.
Arrowgite? Boss, I think he's trying to say me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you. We were all there.
The witness said in the end, the great undoing will all be vapor.
Vapor, huh? Well, that checks out at least.
For the record, which I have to type up later tonight, no apocalypse-related testimony was provided to us by the witness.
Check out the stand-up comedians the RCM has. When are we gonna get funny men like that?
It was said it all looked like a surreal
Those
play.
flashy MI cocks with their culture language. Everything's a surreal play or sublime whatever. Doesn't mean anything.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Shanky, it's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know shit.
I know you are lying, Shanky.
No.
Some witness. I pulled the same shit. Came up with some shit. Then went and said it to people. Get a reaction. Don't have to go to cop school to try that.
You don't have to go to school for shit. I never went to school, and I'm doing great.
Sure
You're
looks
doing
like
a hell
it.
of a job, man. Hell of a job.
Okay, maybe it doesn't feel like this did anything to them, but they have to be fretting a little. Everyone is afraid of witnesses. Witness is a scary word. So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
Kalash just said she wasn't
Fuck.
raped.
I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Cut the bullshit. She told me the truth.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope.
I don't
with
care.
you. I fucking told you not to push her. And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking
hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy.
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move.
Elizabeth's about to get punched by me too. With her fucking yellow hair.
Frankly, it's a bit terrifying. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
Another apocalyptic actor in town?
Why should I care about the tape?
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide behind.
We're gonna listen
I'm
to
sure
this.
we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
Your room had one. Or maybe it's too broken.
That's enough.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy. You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
Well, we got the key to this, so let's go here first, since we're down here.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's
Dimple
painted
lock.
blue. The key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years, but then the lock clicks.
Why does
Dust
someone hide
rises
the
before
key,
you like
though?
mist,
I feel like it's important.
haunted by regal spirits from distant ages.
Right?
No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood. A workshop.
Well, let's go in. Okay. This pinball says friend Congarian, the theme of the horse and a sword. Pinball White Dora. $5. There's another one.
Over there, in the corner.
A pinball machine.
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit.
Not
You can't
it's
wait
lit.
to get your hands on it. Lit, a phrase almost synonymous with the Insulindian pinball scene. Any pinball scene, really.
You see this?
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
You played
A
it?
little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Let's take a closer look.
Oh, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready. The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield.
I'm bad
All
at
the
pinball.
balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit. Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Muindi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people. It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease. Go, go, Fingerboy.
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
I'm pretty good at
Your
this.
game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board, and although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go. Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through. Tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. Something glass. The words "Pale Rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death. How, if you can't even see it? The last goat plummets into the fog with almost suicidal glee. There goes nothing, finger boy.
Huh. Well, oh.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played. Feels like it might jump back to life any moment, the lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
What's White Doria?
Some kind of inane pinball theme, probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
How about we fire up one of these bad boys and play
You
some ball?
can't fire them up. They are broken.
No!
Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now. Kim Pinball Kitsuragi.
Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, a.k.a. Kimball.
Exactly. That's what he's known as. His reputation precedes him.
You're Kim Pinball Kitsuragi.
So now he remembers.
Whoa.
Fine, I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, a.k.a. the Kimball. You remembered. Congratulations.
Wait, but I still can't remember anything
Wonderful.
else.
He only remembers hearing about the pinball policeman.
Doesn't seem like you really like
No
pinball.
human being should. It is a game
What?
that requires no skill and a childlike affinity to flashing lights and to fantastique, science fiction, and historic romance franchise. It is lame.
Then why are you called Pinball?
I am not called Pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago, before I became a homicide detective and got my lieutenancy.
How did you?
Fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you're a juvie cop.
Okay.
It was not okay. I needed to become a pinball champion. I trained for 9 months.
Oh.
The job was successful and I was moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide. End of story.
You were a juvenile cop, a juvie cop for 15
That
years.
time is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing pinball.
Oh, how old are you now? Jesus.
So that's why he doesn't want to talk to Kuno. Trauma and stressor disorder from being a juvie cop.
So that's why you didn't
It's
want to talk
best
to
if
Kuno.
you handle the juvenile delinquents.
I'm gonna call you Kimball
No.
now.
You're gonna call me Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
No!
Or, on rare occasions, Kim, because it's shorter. Let's go.
No!
Any plan to call him Pinball or Kimball is immediately wiped from your neocortex, as if
No!
with some sort of mind-altering device. It is simply not going to happen.
Damn it.
This small elevator is dimly lit
Ew.
by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
Well, again.
Smells of nougat and sweat.
Nougat?
Your head brushes up against the ceiling.
Like nougat?
There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
This is a fact about me. I'm scared of riding elevators. I hate it. It says last maintenance in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
The elevator was last maintained in the future.
No, it was maintained in 88 of the previous century.
That's disappointing.
If some form of time travel becomes possible in the future, I doubt its inventors will use it to repair elevators in Martinaise.
Look at the controls.
There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descend, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken. A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long time ago.
I wonder what the elevator was used for.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
Let's go up. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm not even in the elevator. I'm scared. Hello? Small window taped shut with black plastic. You can't see outside. Someone lives here. Boxes, a tool, and replaced parts that line the shelves. Oh, this is the other side of her room. Schematics of pinball machines, futurism themed. Hand-eye coordination, empathy. What does mine give me? Nice. Wait, is it broken? Oh no, it's just Kim coming through me. Okay. Oh, there's footprints. The pinball machine was taken apart and gutted.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Looks like they gave up on fixing pinball machines at some point.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
This used to be
Looks
Pinball
like
Workshop?
I'm guessing Martinaise North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the hearties bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
Whirling Rags was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade. This is the leftover from it.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice maker said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
This mean the Whirling Rags really is part of the Doom commercial
If that's
area?
true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and God ought to be made knowledgeable so he can perform counterspells.
Oh, there's footprints.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's been here within the last week or
3
two.
weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
This is so good it makes him forget the whole Kimball memory.
This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. Commendable work bringing us to this place.
Okay, what does this
It
mean?
means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind Classius' room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Let's have a closer look
Large
then.
prints, most likely made by Boots.
Okay.
The size is hard to determine.
Okay.
Sole could be bigger than Vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways.
Prints look like one person went back
Between
and forth.
that and that.
Between the elevator doors. Okay. The print doesn't look like the odd sold print we found in the hanging.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
Doesn't look like the worker's boots from the hanging,
No.
does it?
These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
There's a tiny hole in the wall. You can see the bedroom on the other side.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside.
Ew!
Bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
I think you could see her bedroom
You can
from here.
barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
What were those people doing?
You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural there. Sensationally unnatural.
Huh.
This is the inside of the barred door you've seen before.
Unbar the door. Oh, we can go straight to talking to her. Alright, but going straight to talk to her, that's gonna have to be for another episode because I know I can probably go on for another hour and I don't want this to be like a 2-hour episode. A little under an hour for this one, and that should work out. We got some information, we're making some headway. So, if you like this video, remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Y'all have the most wonderful of days. See you later. Bye-bye.